The car doing donuts on this private airstrip is one of the fastest in the world, with a top speed of 250 miles per hour. It's also one of the rarest, made by a Swedish company you've probably never heard of. Its name is Koenigsegg, and this one cost nearly $1 million. That's because almost every part of this carbon fiber supercar is handcrafted in this top secret garage.
There's about 12 of these CCXRs in existence, so very rare.
Christian Koenigsegg started the company when he was just 22 years old. His design soon caught the attention of rich car collectors around the world.
This car was built for a Middle Eastern customer. He's become a good friend, so he's in on his second Koenigsegg and soon on his third.
He builds them in an old military hangar in a tiny town in Sweden. It used to house fighter jets.
Most of our customers actually come here during the build process, at least once. Many of them, of course, have their private jets and so on, and they fly in. It's very convenient.
But if you're not a paying customer, don't even think about setting foot in this place, because we're getting very rare access. Christian custom builds each one and is very protective of his manufacturing process. And he doesn't build a Koenigsegg unless it's been paid for.
We make about one a month. This year will be 12 cars. The painting process is about 800 hours. Just the polishing of the paintwork is like 350 hours. We also build our own engines, our electronic hardware and software. We even make our own brakes and carbon fiber wheels.
And their carbon fiber work is so meticulous, some customers refuse to cover it in paint.
This weave here is actually the raw carbon fiber that you see through the clear coat.
But if one of these models doesn't strike your fancy, Christian has something else up his sleeve. A megacar with 1,360 horsepower.
What we're seeing here is the first customer one-to-one.
It's called one-to-one because there's 1 horsepower for every kilogram of weight. And the 1-to-1 ratio equals serious speed.
It's definitely the fastest car we've ever made.
While yet to be proven on a racetrack, the 1-to-1 is expected to hit a top speed of 273 miles per hour. Christian's only making 7 of them. The price starts at $2.8 million. And if this super high-performance ride isn't fast enough for you, it's probably time to buy what used to be made here, a fighter jet.
To have this size in a pure pink is almost unheard of.
It is smaller than a strawberry, but this rare rock is actually a heavyweight.
This is a 16-carat fancy vivid pink diamond. It's the largest cushion-shaped vivid pink diamond that's ever come up for sale at auction.
The stone is surrounded by white diamonds and was set into a ring by its last owners. We can't reveal who they are, but we can tell you they purchased it nearly 2 decades ago for what now looks like a bargain.
It was probably worth between $5 and $8 million. And they decided to keep it and sit on it.
It's a good thing they did. The owners recently sold the perfect pink diamond at auction for $28.5 million, giving them a very rosy return and quadrupling their investment. This Mediterranean-style mansion looks like it belongs somewhere in Tuscany, but it's in Boca Raton, Florida. And the materials used to build it were shipped in from all over the world. The outside walls are rare Syrian and Turkish stone, and that's just the beginning. Donna Nero spent 3 years meticulously crafting her dream home, and no stone was left unturned, like this hand-carved 25-foot-tall imported fireplace at the center of her grand living room.
How expensive is this fireplace if you were to try to do this again?
We have a rule in my house. Everything is $50.
Well, not exactly. Donna actually spent around $4 million on just the stone in this 15,000 square foot estate, and no detail has been overlooked. The ceiling in the butler's pantry is covered in onyx from Brazil. The bricks in the wine cellar didn't have quite as far to travel. They're from Chicago. And Donna didn't just ship the rocks in from all over the world. Her master bedroom has 125-year-old hardwood floors that came from a barn in Virginia. The $1.5 million custom window treatments feature fabrics imported from Europe and Asia. It cost $10 grand for the bespoke drapery in the theater, and another $35,000 to cover the walls in ostrich skin.
A special piece that we have here in the room is the chess piece on the table. It's from Italy. It's hand carved.
Wow.
$50.
50 bucks once again.
Actually, the set was closer to $10K, but that's just chump change. Because after living here for only 2 years and spending millions to make it her own, Donna's decided to downsize. She's selling her stone palace for nearly $14 million.
After all of that time and effort and blood, sweat, and tears that you put into this house, what will it feel like when somebody buys it?
Oh my gosh. It's going to be, of course, a bittersweet moment, but I think that anyone that can come in and appreciate the time and love that has gone into this home will truly enjoy it like we have.
If there's one must-have supercar coveted by collectors all over the world, it's the McLaren F1. The British car maker built 106 of them in the 1990s, inspired by the company's race cars of that era. Back then, the street-legal F1 cost close to $1 million, which seems like a bargain today.
They don't change hands regularly, and when they do, it's a very significant occasion.
Sold your car, congratulations.
When this F1 came out of lockdown, it sold at auction for $13.75 million. So it's fitting that the 680 horsepower engine would sit inside a gold-lined compartment. But the real conversation starter is this, a centered steering wheel, which, as one reviewer put it, can be driven solo or menage a trois.
So you have 2 seats, one on either side. It's the only car like it in terms of that seating configuration, and it certainly makes for a lot of great jokes that kind of follow within it.
No joke, not even for comedian Ja Leno. He owns one and says he won't let a valet even touch it. And billionaire Elon Musk wasn't laughing when he wrecked his. It was uninsured. But funny thing happened to British actor Rowan Atkinson. Mr. Bean crashed his not once, but twice. After deciding that enough was enough, he still was able to sell the damaged ride for a cool $12 million.